Of each country our team represents, and we created a full name. So we represent China, USA, Japan, and Malaysia. A common theme that you'll find multiple teams focused on is the problem of raising awareness. And this is the first problem that we have to tackle in finding a solution to global health problems. And our approach in our film is to focus on the power of human interaction and communication. Thank you.
We walk on Breast Cancer Day and wear ribbons on AIDS Day, but if you're one of the few who knows neglected disease, what can you do? We can give the gift of human interaction, the communication we can learn and grow, we educate others. The word neglected is rarely used, and we begin to see how people truly make a difference when communication is the transaction. Perhaps if each day we tell just 2 people, and within 30 days we can inform over 6 billion, give hope, raise awareness.
So how was the movie? Do you enjoy it? Okay. So let me explain why we choose this movie theme, the neglected disease as our movie theme. So did you know that every year more than 500 million people became severely ill with malaria? And dengue fever is the leading cause of serious illness and death among children in some Asian countries. And there is no specific treatment for yellow fever, but it can produce a devastating outbreaks. And have you ever seen these diseases before? Like, for example, these are the elephantiasis. So why are these diseases neglected? So one of the reasons is these diseases are found in developing countries, and due to lack of resources of diagnosis and treatment, the diseases become neglected. But most importantly is people are actually unaware of these diseases. So next I will ask Ying to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Lee. So nowadays we know the biggest problem is because of the awareness of the neglect diseases. So we should have a lot of stakeholders actually can play together to solve these problems. So here we show the kind of graph. At least we saw that 6 of the stakeholders that would be involved in to solve these problems. In terms of the people, for example, the professors and common people and even the students can be involved in these solutions. And also in terms of the agencies, for example, NGOs, government or private companies can play in. But what I want to emphasize is only all of them work together can give the final result, which is the awareness of the neglect diseases. So next question is, how these stakeholders can work together to solve this problem, and what the relationship among these stakeholders. So suppose we use a model to explain our ideas. Here we show the arrow, which represents the transformation processes, which means that we transform the knowledges of neglect diseases to the common people. Suppose the people here, for example, the professors or the students, can pass their knowledges to the people who do not know the neglected diseases. And besides that, we also know that other stakeholders like the government or the local communities can show their big influences on these processes. Besides that, we also indicate or refer to that the external environmental constraints like the information carriers, media, books can show their influences on this whole system. Thank you. Now next turn to my colleague Jia Ying.
Thank you, Ying. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and please here come to our important part. What can we do? That's we mentioned in our movie, and I think there is an initial step to let more people know about the related diseases, and we are passing the torch of the general knowledge of the neglected diseases what we want to do is not think for people, think for you, how you need to do, what you need to do, and let you to think about you by yourself. And then by this method, we want to raise the public awareness of the neglected diseases. So one small step, and then you can tell two health boards, and then 1 month later, it turns out that all people in the world will know that neglected diseases. Okay. So like Armstrong said, one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind. So let's put human people's neglect and then unneglected diseases and give them hope and help them to see hope to heal the diseases.